YouTube, what is up? Coach Wiz, we back with another reaction video. Today we got the stretch where Michael Jordan played point guard. He could have been the best point guard ever. We're going to get into it. Hey, I'm looking for 3 to 5 men over 40 who want to lose 10 pounds. If you're interested, hit the link down low, fill out a fitness training consult, and let's get to work. Let's get to work. Back to Michael Jordan, man. Let's get it.
For the NBA GOAT, the biggest and I think the only knock, which is also unfounded, on MJ is that he wasn't capable to be as great a facilitator that LeBron and Magic, for example, were.
I hate this debate. I hate this debate because one, he could, right? But also, people are better at certain things, all right? Like, they're not saying, oh, he couldn't block shots like Hakeem, so he's not the best. Like, why y'all saying he couldn't pass like LeBron, so he's not the best? That makes no sense. Or pass like Magic, or pass like Bird. Those are gifts that those guys have. His gift was scoring and locking people up. They couldn't do that. Tired of this, man.
Most of Magic and LeBron's time on the court was and is spent as point guards or point forwards, controlling the ball and running the offense. The stat that never reaches up to LeBron and Magic and other facilitators is in assists. Well, this video will destroy that whole narrative and prove that when put in a position to play as the point guard, even on a not very talented team, MJ was a spectacular facilitating beast. If MJ actually would have played point guard his whole career, he could have been the greatest point guard in history as well as the greatest player of all time. At the end of the 1988-89 season, Michael Jordan was very displeased by the lack of help on offense from any of his teammates. He already had Scottie Pippen, but he was a second-year player and he was averaging only 14.4 points per game and a measly 3.5 assists. That was the second highest scorer on the Bulls team after MJ, who was averaging 32.5 points per game and 8 assists for that season. After injuring his groin and missing a game, MJ came back and had a meeting with the team and his coach, Doug Collins. The meeting lasted about 2 hours and the decision was made to put MJ in as the point guard for the remaining 24 games of that season. There was a big misunderstanding around the NBA fan base that MJ played only 11 games as point guard that season and had 10 triple-doubles. That is untrue because he played 24 games as point guard and had 12 triple-doubles in that stretch. Here is how the whole stretch came to be. The whole thing with MJ, the point guard, started on March 11th against the Seattle Supersonics. The Bulls had 24 games remaining in the NBA season. The Sonics that year were a pretty good team and finished the season with a 47-35 record. MJ's first game at the point guard was amazing. He focused on making everyone around him better. He scored 18 points while shooting 61% from the field and dished out 15 assists and grabbed 8 rebounds while beating the Sonics.
Come on, man. What are we talking about? 15 assists? Come on, man. Don't tell me he couldn't pass or he couldn't play the point. He didn't need to. That's not what that wasn't asked of him. When it was, you get numbers like this, man. Also, back then, it wasn't as easy to get assists as it is today, where it's all spread, everybody's wide open, you can't foul, you can drive right to the basket. Back then, those trees was down there, you was getting laid on the floor, it was crowded.
That was just the beginning for MJ, and he was learning on the fly. His basketball IQ was so high that everyone that knew and played against him, including his trainer Tim Grover, said that MJ could recall every single second of a past game, where everyone was, what was happening at every time, and what the score was. He was a true magician. MJ sucked up the knowledge so fast and used his gained experience already in the second game of that stretch to beat the Indiana Pacers and finish with a triple-double. He scored 21 points, grabbed 14 rebounds, and dished out 14 assists while also having 3 steals, 2 blocks, and only one turnover.
Come
His
on, man.
next game in the stretch was against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who finished the season with a 57-25 record, which was second in the East. MJ and the Bulls lost that game, and MJ had 8 turnovers as well, but his stats for the game included 28 points and 12 assists, third consecutive double-digit assist total. The next game was a win against the third
Okay.
team in the East, the New York Knicks. MJ scored 33 points and had 9 assists that game as well for 4 steals. Those weren't the defensive Knicks of the 90s, but they were a good team. The fifth game out of the 24 remained as point guard was against the Indiana Pacers again. The Bulls lost the game with MJ finishing with another double-figure assist total. He scored 28 points and dished out 10 assists. The next game was one of the most important ones as MJ went against the Los Angeles Lakers and Magic Johnson. It was the 6th game of that stretch. MJ and the Bulls defeated the Los Angeles Lakers, who had a great team that year. The score was close, 104-103 for the Bulls. MJ beat Magic in points, he beat him in assists, and tied him in rebounds. Jordan beat the assist machine at his own game. The stats for both were Magic 20 points, MJ 21. Magic had 12 assists, MJ had 16. They both finished with 8 rebounds. Knowing
Come on, man. Huh? Where y'all at, man? That said he couldn't pass. Where are y'all at? In a way tougher air, by the way. Now I get it. You feel me? Oh, he beat Magic one time. I get it. Like we can't compare one game. I understand that, obviously. But you don't think he could have kept this up? You don't think he could have kept this up?
Michael, that was a statement game for him, for sure. The next game was against the Phoenix Suns, who were a very good team as well that season. Bulls again won by 1 point with a score of 112-111. MJ's stats were as follows: 32 points, 9 assists, and 10 rebounds. The next game against the Blazers, MJ scored 34 points, had 17 assists, and 7 rebounds, as well as 6 steals.
Oh, look at these stat lines. Nobody else was doing this. Look at the steals. Nobody was doing this and locking up. Nobody.
Steals. Amazing. This is it. This is the big one. The 9th game of that 24-game stretch, which started the 10 triple-doubles in 11 games. In that stretch of 11 games, starting now, MJ averaged 33.6 points, 11.4 rebounds, 10.6 assists, 2.9 steals, and 51% from the field.
What?
Insane. The first game of that stretch was against the Seattle Supersonics, the team that MJ started this whole experiment against on March 11th. This time the Bulls also won, and MJ recorded his first triple-double out of that 11-game stretch. He finished with 21 points, 12 assists, and 12 rebounds in 40 minutes. The next one was against the Golden State Warriors. MJ was against spectacular, and even though he had an offensively limited squad, he was able to record another 11 assists with 12 rebounds and 33 points while beating the Warriors 115-106. The next game against the Milwaukee Bucks, MJ got another triple-double with 32 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Another game, the Cleveland Cavaliers were too much for MJ and his Bulls, but even though the Bulls lost, MJ recorded another triple-double with 37 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. The game against the New Jersey Nets, the Bulls were able to win and improve on the season. Michael Jordan recorded here another triple-double with 27 points, 14.
Yo, what we doing? Just because you don't see him doing this all the time doesn't mean, like, I hate this argument because to me, Like scores get like a bad rep, and there are some scores that don't pass at all. But if your job is to score, like what is the issue? He wasn't asked to run the offense and facilitate. Like he wasn't. They had the triangle offense too for a reason. Scotty was the point forward. So he wasn't asked to do that. That wasn't his job. Like we're trying to win. So as a coach, I'm trying to put everybody in the right positions. But could he have? Look at this. Oh, look at this.
10 rebounds, and 12 assists. Next were the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets came into the game with a record of 17 wins and 55 losses, and had a really bad team that year. But nonetheless, MJ had another triple-double and won. His stats for that game were as follows: 33 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. That is 6 consecutive triple-doubles at point guard, with most
Mike going
games
crazy.
also scoring over 30 points. The next game was against the Detroit Pistons. Another big one. The Pistons were a nemesis that MJ was never able to beat as far and not able to get past, but still managed to have an amazing game. Even though the Bulls lost this one, 108 to 115, MJ finished with 31 points, 10 assists, and 13 rebounds while playing 43 minutes. That is 7 straight triple-doubles now, with 5 of them including 30 points as well. Next duel was against the Detroit Pistons again, and MJ must have really wanted to win this one. Although he was able to get 11 assists in this game, he recorded only 7 rebounds, which was 3 short of a triple-double. He did score 40 points and got 2 steals and shot a whopping 61% in that game against a stifling Piston defense. Against the Atlanta Hawks, the next game, MJ scored another 40 points and had a triple-double as well, while dueling with Dominique Wilkins. Those 40 points were accompanied by 12 assists and 10 rebounds. Against Indiana in the next contest, MJ was literally Superman. He scored 47 points, 57% shooting, had 13 assists, 11 rebounds, and 4 steals. Next, against the Nets, in a loss, MJ another triple-double, the 10th one in the 11 games as we know it. The stats for that game were 29 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. I think the only reason it stopped at the Nets game is because Doc Collins, his coach, started playing MJ only 27 minutes a game from 40 minutes per game for that simple reason he wanted him rested for the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
A few games, he still played high 30s as well. Just imagine what could have been if he continued with his regular playing time. In those few final season games, with limited minutes, MJ had 3 assists against the Cavs, 9 assists against the Knicks, just missing another triple-double versus Washington. Another triple-double, though, came against the Bullets with 34 points, 11 assists, and 14 rebounds.
Oh, my God.
MJ had 3 assists in the last season game against the Cavs with 25 points. As we can see with everyone else, MJ had an amazing mind for the game of basketball. Whatever he put his mind to, it was better than everyone else within a few games. MJ had those crazy triple-doubles, with many of them including over 30 points, and even including a 40 and a 47-point game as well. With a very offensively limited team, his starting roster for that season included Horace Grant with a 12-point per game average, Bill Cartwright with a 12.4 per game average, John Paxson with a 7.3 per game average, and Scottie Pippen with a 14.4 per game average. To have those kinds of stats and get 10 triple-doubles out of 11 games is an amazing feat. If you like this kind of video, I did mention the Detroit Pistons being a nemesis of Michael Jordan. At the end here, you will see a video of the old school bad boys and their comments today about Michael Jordan, who finished their reign. Make sure.
So can we stop? Can we stop this narrative, man, about he didn't pass, he couldn't pass, he didn't want to make players better? If he really wanted to, who knows how long he could have kept that up? Again, and the era matters. Different era, different time. Those assists back then, way harder to get. Stop lying. Stop it. Coach Wiz, man, let me know what y'all want to see next. I'm out of here. Peace.